In this video, we'll talk about 3 ways you can know if the Lord is leading you to speak with a Christian counselor. And I also wanted to let you know that this video is being sponsored by Faithful Counseling. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I've never had a sponsored video. I've always been open to it, but I've never been approached by a sponsor that I felt would actually benefit the AGW community. I've been approached by a lot of different random companies trying to get me to pitch sunglasses or clothing or video game apps and things like that. But obviously, that doesn't really relate to what we talk about here. While sponsorships certainly do help AGW ministries, I'm never going to pitch you something that I don't actually believe in. So when Faithful Counseling contacted me and I started researching what they have to offer, I quickly realized this could be a very valuable resource for many of the people who watch these videos. I often get requests for Christian counseling referrals, but since the AGW community is spread out all over the United States and really all over the world, it's very difficult for me to make a referral. I'm based in Cleveland, Ohio, so I know a few counselors around here, but around the whole country, that would be much harder for me to do. But Faithful Counseling is unique because it offers professional licensed Christian counselors, but it's all through online. The way it works is that you visit their website and then they ask some simple questions that will help them pair you with the right counselor for you. Once you're paired, you can speak with your counselor in 4 different ways: video sessions, phone calls, live chat, and messaging. Every counselor at Faithful Counseling is licensed by their respective state board in the United States and has over 3,000 hours of experience. These services are offered worldwide, and they have counselors who speak a variety of languages. You'll be matched with a counselor in 24 hours or less, and the counselors have a broad variety of specialties, so it actually might be easier to find the right counselor for you than it would be to find one locally. There's also financial aid for those who qualify. As you'll see in the points that I'm going to mention in this video, I really don't believe that everyone needs Christian counseling or that you should rush out and get counseling as soon as you have any type of problem. But there do come times in life where God may lead some of you to speak with a Christian counselor. There's been seasons in my life where I sought out a Christian counselor and it was very helpful. So if this is something you sense the Lord leading you to look more into, I encourage you to click the link in the description of this video to learn more about Faithful Counseling. Number 1, if you need to talk to someone to overcome a certain issue, but you don't have anyone that you trust would be able to help you, this is often a sign the Lord is leading you to seek out the help of a Christian counselor. Throughout the Bible, we are encouraged as Christians to help others and to seek the help of others. For example, in Galatians 6 verse 2, it states, "Bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ." But as we all know, not everyone in our lives is equipped to offer us godly counsel. Even if someone means well, and even if we know they really love us, this does not mean we should trust their counsel. For as Proverbs 12:18 explains, "There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing." You can have a great support system and friends and family who really love you, but that doesn't automatically mean that these people are qualified to offer you the type of help that you may need specifically. In the life of David, he had friends, but he also knew that he needed people with special ability to offer him counsel in his life as well. In 1 Chronicles 27, verse 33, it states, "Ahithophel was the king's counselor, and Hushai the Archite was the king's friend." Love and friendship do not always equate to someone being able to offer helpful counsel. Don't get me wrong, sometimes God will lead you to talk with a wise friend or mentor that has experience with what you are dealing with. Sometimes a family member can be confided in. Sometimes your pastor can offer you counsel, or he can point you to someone in their church who might be able to help you. But at other times, these types of people are not available to you, or you might be dealing with something that is beyond their experience and knowledge. So in these moments where you really need to talk to someone, but you don't trust that the people you have access to will be able to help you, It's in these moments where reaching out to a Christian counselor could be a wise option for you. Number 2, if you've been consistently trying to overcome a particular issue, but nothing seems to be helping, this could be a sign the Lord is leading you to speak with a Christian counselor. I think it's a mistake to run to a counselor every time you have any type of problem in your life. It's not healthy to view a Christian counselor as the main solution to every problem. Whether you speak to a counselor or not, ultimately Jesus Christ is the main solution to every problem we will experience. Without him, no amount of counsel will truly help. It's also wise to try to figure problems out through talking with people you know, reading related books, and of course applying God's Word, because through this process of learning and trying to figure things out, you will mature and grow in powerful ways. With all that said, there really do come points in life where you will just get stuck if you don't try something different. It's the right thing to do, and it's wise to take personal responsibility for ourselves and try to figure things out. But it's also important to be humble enough to know when we need to speak with someone and when we need the help of others. When you talk to someone with lots of experience and training in the area that you are struggling with, they may be able to offer you a perspective and knowledge that you simply could never have found without their help. Just as a medical doctor has special knowledge about your body, so too are there people with special knowledge about mental health and internal issues. Sometimes we need the help of a specialist to get unstuck. As Proverbs 18 verse 15 explains, an intelligent heart acquires knowledge, and the ear of the wise seeks knowledge. So if you've prayed about this issue, you've searched the Word, you've read books, you've talked to people at church, no matter what you try, nothing seems to be really helping, this could be a sign you should reach out to a Christian counselor. And number 3, if you know what your symptoms are, but you're not really sure what the root issue is, this could be a sign the Lord is leading you to seek out the help of a Christian counselor. It's easy to identify the outer symptoms infecting our lives. It can be a lot harder, however, to know what the actual root issue is. Perhaps you know you are struggling with anger, which is an outer symptom, but you don't know why you are struggling with this. Perhaps you are dealing with depression, but it comes and goes and you can never figure out what triggers it. Perhaps you are struggling with an addiction that you truly wish you could stop, but you don't even know why you are doing it in the first place. The point is, symptoms should not be ignored, but they also should not distract us from figuring out what the root issue really is. When we are the ones experiencing the symptoms, sometimes we are too close to the problem to accurately identify the root issue. It's in these instances where God may be leading you to talk with a Christian counselor to help you find clarity and a greater understanding of what is really going on. As Proverbs 20 verse 5 states, "The purpose in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out." Here's a playlist of other videos I've done on the topic of mental health. I'm Mark from ApplyGodsWord.com. I really hope this video was helpful to you. Until next time, God bless.